which is the leadership verse from the Bhagavad Gita. I'll just share it. Yeah. The shloka says that yadyad acharati shrestha tattad eve taro janah. The way a leader he acts, he behaves, he sets example. Tattad eve taro janah. The common man, the itara jana, they will behave in that particular way. Sayat pramanam kurute lokastat anuvartate. That whatever standards he sets, whatever standards a leader sets, that is what the lokastad anuvartate. That is what the common people, the lokas, they will follow anuvartate, because that is being said by the leader. So this shloka is a very big appeal by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, and through Arjuna to all of us, that all of us, whoever are having positions of responsibility, having positions of influence, having positions of control and honor, all of us should behave and act and set example in such a way that all the common masses are inspired to follow the path of dharma. So we'll recite the shloka, but before reciting the shloka, I wanted to share a small story. I think some of you might have earlier heard the story of Easy Eddie and Butch O'Hare. Very few of you must be knowing this. This is a tale of two people from Chicago, and Easy Eddie was the greatest lawyer of Chicago at that time, and he was such a powerful advocate that so many mafias who would do so many crimes, they would all hire Easy Eddie as their lawyer. And if Easy Eddie is fighting a case in favor of any of the mafias, then they are rest assured that nobody can bring any trouble through the law, because Easy Eddie was so expert at his job, at his profession, that everybody knew that if Easy Eddie is fighting our case, then we will not be trapped. He will somehow bring us out from the law. And Easy Eddie actually became the most famous name amongst all the mafias and all the dons of that place in Chicago, because Easy Eddie was protecting all of them from their crimes. But one time, Easy Eddie actually thought that what am I actually giving to my son? Because his son was growing up, and his son always had abundant money and education and resources. Everything was there with his son, but one thing was missing. He could not talk to his friends about what his father does. Whenever he would tell about his father, he would not tell his name. He would simply tell that, oh, my father, he's a lawyer. But he would not tell the name, because the name was so famous all across Chicago as that name which protects all the mafias from their crimes. So Easy Eddie thought that I have given such a wrong example of a father whose name a son cannot take. My son cannot talk about his own father, because his father has been taking the side of adharma, has been taking the side of irreligion. At that point, when Easy Eddie felt that I have everything in life, I had the best of resources, I have the best of money, the palaces, and cars and everything. The mafias have given me everything, but the mafias have not been able to give me the satisfaction of having given my son a right example. Easy Eddie decided that let me go and confess in front of the police and the court that I have done these mistakes, and through my mistakes I will also uncover all the mistakes of the mafia, and let the entire world know about each of the mafias whatever they have done. Because Easy Eddie was their lawyer, he knew every detail of what the crime of the mafia was. And then Easy Eddie one fine day went, had a press conference with the police and the judges, and he had a press conference where he called the press and he openly revealed all the secrets of the mafia, the all the secrets and all the crimes of the mafia he reported in front of everyone. And when this happened, the mafia started entering into jail. Police was coming and catching them and putting in jail. So those mafias who were not yet caught, they all, the mafia union, immediately thought that we have to somehow kill this Easy Eddie. Otherwise, all of us will be behind bars. And he is capable enough to put us in bars for the rest of the life. And then all of these people, these mafias, for them it was not a very big thing to just kill one person. So in the daytime, in where they went into his office and shot the entire chest with bullets, and Easy Eddie was dead. That was the end of Easy Eddie. But Easy Eddie was happy to die with a good cause. There was another personality, Butch O'Hare, on whose name the International Airport of Chicago is named. O'Hare International Airport. This is the O'Hare International Airport. This airport is named after Butch O'Hare. Who was Butch O'Hare? Butch O'Hare was the greatest names in the US military, who has won the highest honor, awards of highest honor for bravery in US Army. Actually, when Butch O'Hare was fighting with the Japanese, so what happened was there were fighter planes of the Japanese which were coming and attacking US, and Butch O'Hare single-handedly planes of Japanese, and out of 9, 5 of them he knocked them personally, and with the speed of his plane was knocking other planes, and the other 4 of the planes which were remaining, they all thought that Butch O'Hare has gone wild. This man, this US Army man has gone wild. He's going to kill all of us, and they all ran from there. This was a very important turning point in the history of World War, where these people, the Japanese, were almost going to conquer America. After this, Butch O'Hare received great honorary awards in the military and in the country, the highest citizenship award and everything he received. And when he was asked that what inspired him to even keep his life at stake and fight for the country, how did this kind of patriotism enter into him? He said very proudly that I am the son of Easy Eddie. The same Easy Eddie who initially in his life was infamous um, for supporting the mafia and protecting the mafia, and later in the end phase of his life, he confessed everything and got all the mafia behind the bars, and the mafia actually killed him. But his life did not go waste. His sacrifice did not go waste. Because of his sacrifice, I was inspired deep within myself that I should live for a selfless cause. I should I should live for what my father gave me. My father gave me an example of a father whom I am proud of today. And that's why I was so courageous and brave, that I was ready to lay down my life for my country. So, what inspires the most is the power of example, is the power of inspiration which we get from a leader. So, whether we are parents of children, whether we are students in the bright colleges, whether we are employees in a company, or in a corporate or in a hospital, or whether we are simply spiritual practitioners, all of us need to understand that the most important gift which we can give to the world is the legacy of a true example. And if we all take this very deeply within, that is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Janma sarthaka kori karo paropkar. If we actually make our life successful by following following the right path and following the path of dharma and becoming good devotees of Krishna, then tomorrow we will be like beacon lights for the entire society. In the night sky, there are so many millions of stars, but not even one star can eradicate the darkness in the sky. But one moon which comes, that is much, 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 much better than millions of stars. So choice is ours whether we want to become like those tiny little stars which have no value in dissipating the darkness, or we want to choose to become moons. So one moon is better than millions of stars. So let us all in our own lives become very good examples, and then our example will become inspirational for everyone else to see and follow, because a true genuine example of a righteous devotee is the most powerful slap on the entire material civilization, which is running after money and sex and other things. So and this kind of example we can become by truly purely chanting the holy names of the Lord. Come, let's chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.